Okay, let's dive right into this. Searching public records is literally the key to unlocking hidden property truths. Welcome to this explainer, where today we're embarking on a fascinating investigation into the world of real estate right here in Bexar County, Texas. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a local history buff looking into the genealogy of your house, or an investor tracking down property details, navigating public records can sometimes feel like trying to solve a giant puzzle in the dark. But don't worry, we're going to shine a bright light on exactly how this system works and, frankly, turn you into a master real estate detective. Think about it. Every single piece of land, every house, every commercial building has a documented history. There's a massive paper trail of ownership, structural changes, and financial records just sitting there. And the best part? You absolutely do not need to hire a private investigator or pay exorbitant subscription fees to access it. We're going to show you exactly how to uncover the secrets Bexar County holds for you, entirely for free, right from the comfort of your own home. Here's our roadmap for today's investigation. We'll start with decoding Bexar records, move into the 3 county offices, walk through a step-by-step online search, figure out interpreting the data, cover some advanced tips and troubleshooting, and finally, consider the case closed. Section 1. Decoding Bexar records, laying the groundwork. Before we get into the weeds, let's look at your toolkit. To do this research, you really don't need any specialized, expensive software. None of that. All you need is a computer or a smartphone with a web browser and internet access. The county provides full public accessibility to this data. You just need to know which digital door to knock on. Now, you might be wondering why you have to knock on multiple digital doors in the first place, instead of just going to one master website. Well, it all traces back to 1979 and Texas Senate Bill 621, which is commonly known as the Pivito Bill. This legislation totally revolutionized property compliance in Texas by creating a single, centralized appraisal district in each county. Because of this historical shift, property administration in Bexar County is purposely decentralized. The responsibilities are split up among 3 completely independent administrative bodies. Honestly, understanding this separation of powers is the real secret to knowing exactly where to look for specific documents. Section 2. The 3 county offices, mapping the territory. Knowing these specific government entities will literally save you hours of frustrating web searches. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is how elegantly these 3 distinct entities split the workload. First up, you have the Bexar County Appraisal District, or BCAD. Their website is bcad.org, and they handle the physical details, so valuations, square footage, property boundaries, things like that. Second, there's the Bexar County Clerk at bexar.tx.publicsearch.us. They are the official custodians of land records, deeds, mortgages, and liens all live here. Finally, you've got the Bexar County Tax Assessor Collector at bcad.acttax.com. They handle the actual money, the tax bills, and payment history. It makes sense, right? You wouldn't go to the tax assessor to find a deed, just like you wouldn't go to BCAD to pay your taxes. Section 3, Step-by-Step Online Search, the investigation. Let's actually walk through how to do this. For this step-by-step part, we're going to focus on hunting down deeds and recorded documents using the official Bexar County Clerk's public records search. Head over to bexar.tx.publicsearch.us. When you arrive, you'll see a pretty clean interface. First step in the drop-down menu, make sure you select Land Records. Next, enter your search term. You can type in the name of the buyer or seller, which are officially known as the grantee or grantor, or you can just search by the subdivision name. Finally, set your date range. If you know a house was sold in 2015, narrowing that timeline will filter out decades of irrelevant noise and speed up your search tremendously. Okay, this next part is absolutely crucial. You have to choose how you search. And you'll see 2 options. Search index only is super fast. It searches high-level metadata that clerks have manually typed into the system over the years. But if you want to be a true detective, you need to use search index and full text. This uses OCR, or optical character recognition. This incredibly powerful tool literally reads the scanned images of historical documents and searches the actual text printed on the pages. It's a tiny bit slower for sure, but it leaves no stone unturned. Section 4, Interpreting the data, analyzing the evidence. Once you hit search and all those results populate, what exactly are you looking at? Well, a deep dive into deeds and plats can reveal the true genealogy of a house. You might discover the names of the very first owners of a piece of land from over a century ago. Occasionally, you can uncover who originally built the property, or even the architect. You'll see exactly who platted the neighborhood. Now, here is a massive pro tip for your investigation. If you don't know the names of the owners to type into the county clerk's site, go to bciad.org first. Search the physical street address there to find the current owner's name, and then bring that name back to the clerk's site to start working your way backward through history.
Section 5. Advanced Tips and Troubleshooting. Expert Forensics.
Sometimes investigations hit a snag. Information isn't where it's supposed to be, or fields just look completely blank. Don't panic, this is a normal part of the system, not a user error. Let's elevate your skills here. If you pull up a property on the appraisal district site and the owner's name simply says confidential, rest assured you haven't broken the website. Under Texas Senate Bill 1148, certain professionals like judges, police officers, and victims of family violence legally have their names redacted from public online property searches for their safety. Also, if you see an account with a zero value, it usually just means it's a newly created account or a new subdivision that hasn't been officially noticed in the latest certified appraisal data just yet. If you're doing really deep historical research on a property and want to supplement the standard county records, the City of San Antonio offers a brilliant free tool called Scout Essay. It's a fantastic digital compass for exploring local history, identifying historic districts, and finding geographical context that the standard county tax maps just might not highlight. And this brilliantly illustrates another point. If you want to track physical changes, another incredible free tool at your disposal is historicaerials.com. The county records might tell you when a structural modification was filed on paper, but Historic Aerials lets you actually see the changes from above. You can look at satellite imagery of your exact neighborhood from 1955 and then toggle to 1973, literally watching highways appear and empty fields turn into sprawling subdivisions. It is particularly helpful for tracking changes after 1952, which, fun fact, is the exact year the famous Sanborn fire insurance maps ended. Section 6. Case closed, wrap-up, and disclaimers. We've decoded the 3 county offices, walked step-by-step through the search portals, and equipped you with troubleshooting tactics and historical aerial tools. You now have a complete free investigative toolkit. So, the case file is officially handed over to you. The data is public, the portals are online, and the tools are entirely free. The only question left is, what hidden property truth will you uncover first in your Bexar County investigation? Will you trace your own home's lineage back to the 1800s, or finally figure out who owns that empty lot down the street?
And finally, as we close the book on today's explainer, please keep this in mind. While we strive to make you the absolute best real estate detective out there, the information presented here is accurate at the time of recording and should be used strictly as an informational guide. It is not a substitute for professional real estate, financial, or legal advice. With these tools in hand, the history of Bexar County is literally at your fingertips. So boot up your browser. Whose property secrets are you going to uncover today? Happy sleuthing, and thanks so much for exploring with us.